what I'll do is this, do two at the same time. Come back. Come back. Then what we're going to do is a little this. Scoop it. Let's make it as uneven as possible. Again, there are a million other ways how to do is cut the hair. Some, I mean, just before we got started, just leave it round like that. Paint it white, call it good. Others just take maybe a chisel and put some dents in it. Maybe your knife, put some dents in it. Call it good. Take your chisel, feed tool, put some dents in it. That's what we're going to end up with. I like the knife as much as you can because it's, again, it's so uneven. It's not perfect like a round chisel or a deep V-tool. It's a matter of taste, or maybe you can get to the point where I'm sick and tired of carving this Santa just as is. Round, paint it. And it's the same with the tufts here. This is still kind of, you can either, usually I just take a knife and put some dents in it. Most of the time I leave it. Other times I put some dents in it. You know, just to make it same with up here. See, that's how you can do your beard is like that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just, I'm going to leave it like that. But the thing is in this particular case, you would like to have something a little different. If we got this just kind of tufting a little bit, maybe you want something different for the beard. Actually, that should go that way. I hate to do this. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's do some brushing here because I digress. Let's get back to the hair. Or you can do something like that. Leave that. There you go. Done. Or then I'd still like to take my V, or you can a small number 9, tiny number 9 micro, put some dents in it like that, and make sure you twist and turn. Twist and turn. And then I would like to come back. That's one thing I like about this new boom tripod is I can get this so you can see this without my hand burying what I'm covering, what I'm showing. Sometimes if it gets a little too parallel, just make a cut like this across. That'll take care of that. Is good. Okay, same with the front. I did not put a mouth in. Now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do this without the pencil. Do about 3 or 4. This is going to be a little difficult because this is a smaller, rounder so it's not coming off as easy. So I have to get in there and do some more cutting, some more chopping. Same thing, put this little V cut. That would be a V cut that is a concave, where the tip of the beard is sort of a convex V. Now I did notice while I'm doing this that I neglect on the axe. We could do that. I have to remind myself is to put a little. I don't think I did it on this one. Ooh, I screwed up. I didn't do that. I'm going to pencil that in just before. I'll bet yes, I won't forget. Let's do that. I'm doing this now just to make sure I don't forget. I mean, if you're doing that a lot, you're working on one, and oh, I forgot, but I want to do this quick before I want to commit to it right now. I'm going to commit to it, so when I get into more details, I think I might leave it a little bit like that. Good enough, painted. Maybe a little bit, put a little bit of knife mark in there, but I will, at least I committed to that, so I won't forget. Okay, where was I? Some dents. Come on back. Like I said, sometimes it bugs me when so I'll leave it for the cleaning up, but sometimes it does bug me. Now I'm going to do some more, a little bit of undercut. Undercut, be careful so that don't slip. It really hasn't happened, or it may have, but and I don't remember, but this will be at the first. Am I still in the camera here? But we got shadow because of the light. If I bring the light any closer, it'll get in the way. Okay, it's going to be needing some cleaning here. I don't think even the brush, well, the brush will take most of it out of there. There's one here that's not coming out. There. That's what I hate to use the tip of my knife to clean like that. I've seen somebody just I can hear that scratching sound and practically use the tip of their knife as a brush. Where am I? Am I still? Need to come back a little more here. Oh, my V tool. Where are you? Right here. Same thing. Just only do the up part first, which is only half the beard. Cut down. Oh, my hand is still in the way. Mustache. Just kind of follow the same design of the mustache. Oops. Oops, I think I'm digging too deep there. I might take off half his mustache. Now, I did say that it's imperfect, but that's mostly for the beard and the hair. But the mustache, if you take a good hunk off, well, then you have to reshape it into a different mustache. More detailing, cleaning later. Oh, well, I got this. Come up here just a little bit. Oh, hope I didn't take too much off. Okay, let's start getting into the collar. Now we can have the collar. The collar is going to disappear here, even though I got more hair here than I do on my go by here. How do I have this side is going to come down. This side is going to come down. And this is where we're going to come down. Yeah, we can put that in too. Now, generally how the collar works, this is the outside of the collar. Now, how it usually works is, you know, the collar that goes up and then down. So if this is the outside, here's going to be the touchy part. This is the highest part, which means, here comes the fun. I mean, it's good when it comes to, you know, a non-bearded, and I even got more here, is that from here, this can go from here down, in. Now it's pretty easy this way. But how are we going to get this out? And that's where some chisels and, because you want to, if you can at least take now, it's much easier if you got one that's got like a bow tie in there. Not a bow tie, a regular tie in there. But if you, again, I can do better with my detailing when it comes to detailing and picking things out. But that's down. We pick that out. See how that comes down? Careful with this. With this knife, I do not want to pry, because I will break that tip, and I don't want to. This is my detailing knife. I need that tip. I mean, the purpose of this knife is that tip, mostly. Oops, I did pry. It's a good thing I didn't ruin my tip. I use a stronger tip here to get, but be careful, I don't want to ruin this tip either. At least the detailing, I've got it started. Yeah, what I'm showing here is pretty difficult, but like I said, if he was a clean shaven person or a lady wearing a shirt with a collar, that beard is in the way. Now, I know there's going to need more cleaning. I want to just keep moving on. Next is we're going to come down here. And what we're going to do is just feed this a bit. I want to turn the V tool so the collar is straight up, and so it's taking more off of the coat. As with the collar. Okay. Let's just get the understanding of how the collar works before we get to the front there. That's going to be the fun part. Clean that and get up to. Now this collar, remember where the top part is, the highest peak of this, I'm going to call it the tent. Make sure we don't, excuse me, cut that down. Ooh, 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 careful. We got that, plus cleaning out here. That's starting to come up. Same here. And again, this kind of comes up to the tent, top of the tent of the collar. Again, more detailing and more cleaning out. Let's see what we got so far. Brush, 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 brush. Where's my brush? Oh, right there. Moving right along. Now the collar, that the tent, it comes like this to the top part of it. My end, yeah. So then here's still the top fold. So what's going to happen? We'll cut this. We'll cut this like a chip. There, it's starting to take shape. Again, then we'll meet this. Same here. Now remember, I got to come back here when I clean up. This comes down because we got like a tent going on, and it is a very basic collar. And what's going to happen is we still want to come in some more here. So the neck meets, and since we do not have much room or angle, come down here, that we cannot make that point. Because what's supposed to happen, if I can zoom in, is, where are you? It's like we got this, and then we got this. It's like a little chip. So you kind of see the collar coming up. Same with the other side. So this is actually a very tiny version of the collar. You can make the collar much, much, much bigger. And again, that's got to come down. See, once we get the collar in, now you can do a little more shaping and fixing. Now, for the rest of the coat, let's take our V to start with. Oops, I blew one out there. You can. What you do, I think what we failed to do here, what I failed to do here, I want this to come up, you can either do a button. Now the thing is I don't have room to do buttons, that's why I didn't do buttons. Or what you do is what we failed here is we should have put a silver, just a little bit of silver in there for the zipper. And he's sort of more of a modern-ish kind of guy. Again, let's do our 10% or 10 degree. What do I say percent? We've got an itchy itch. See, this is going to be hard to get in there. You want to have some good separation going on in there. Now, there's going to be a lot more detailing going on here and cleaning up and fixing and I like to put, again, I like to put the nice, a little bit, if you can, a little bit undercut. And see how it brings out that nice little shadow there. Nice little undercut. Now this is kind of also a straight collar. Whereas, I mean, it's a kind of a coat collar. Whereas if you had a collar on a suit or something, it would start thin and then be more wider. And the reason why I think I don't have this here is because we got the blade in the way here of the axe, and we got too much going on to get your knife in there. I mean, if you're a person who's got is very good with detailing around small places, and by all means, go ahead and put a nice wider collar in there. But that just kind of gives the hint of a collar going on in there. So we're at the point of assessment here. Did I forget anything? Like I said, there's going to be a lot of cleaning up and readjusting. If you want to get in here and do undercutting here, that really separates the coat. You can do that. Again, put as much shading in there, nice shadows in there. I mean, it's like going up towards the coat. I think I kind of neglected that because I wanted to keep moving on, but right now is the time for assessment, and see, that adds also a little more realism to it as well. Undercutting. See, even at this angle, see how even at this angle it looks almost like it's two separate pieces. Same with here, I think maybe a little more rounder because it ends. Well, he's got his legs together, so the fabric is going to kind of press together, so that's kind of okay, but I'll still round it. See the shoes. What do we got? Axe, did we forget anything? look around, make sure we got all the fur off, and make sure we got a lot of all the real funky cut marks off. I don't know, he looks getting pretty close to done. I'm not sure how much I want to get in there. If you want to get in there and get I think painting will probably do it, because it's hard to get in there. It's hard to get a knife in there. Sometimes people use like a chisel and just go around, just like they do making making little pockets, or not pockets, making little buttons. Or if you want to get a nice little dowel, probably that's like almost like 1/4 inch dowel, just cut it off and glue it on there. You can do that. And I don't know, what am I missing? His arms are pretty puffy because he is outside, and you know, I guess that's about it. Okay, let me do this. One more one of these. Ready for painting. And like I said, this comes out of my Carving Undercover Santas, Fox Publishing. You can find it at Fox Publishing, or where you get your Woodcarvers Illustrated. That's the people that have these nice forums and all kinds of other things going on there. Let me take this off. And like I said, this is a rough out that I sell, that you can buy, and it comes with one of these. Got it too far up. A nice 8.5 by 11, or is it 8 by 10? 8.5 by 11. And this one here, we're lucky it is right on. As I said, I also have, there's my book. Get this out of the way so I can pull out a little bit here. And Carving Undercover Santas. I do have this guy in rough out. Let's go along, and oh, there he is right there. Even got the colors. Got the police officer, basketball coach, school nurse, which is Mrs. Claus looking. Mailman. And here's the Santa. As a matter of fact, Santa was featured in the winter 2019 Woodcarvers Illustrated copy. Has the cutouts, but I do have a rough out of that. And I do have, and here's the painting instructions. I got some painting here. How to paint, how to put the base on, how to do the cheeks, how to do the eyes. Here's how we do the eyes, step by step for the eyes, beards. And then we start off with this Chef Santa. This is more of a face study. It's a bust, and it's a much bigger piece, and they got a lot more pictures because it is the face study. Whereas as you get in there, you carve all kinds of other things. There's the sort of CEO of the toy factory. And once you get to, here's more, yeah, I just only showed you the hand, actually, how to get that cigar in. And here's a Santa Claus with a Coca-Cola. You got a snowboarding Santa, librarian Santa, and I also, there's some pictures that show you can make it, whatever you got in here, you can still make it into a Santa. So again, that is my book from Fox Chapel. These are the people. I don't think they got a website. They got a website up here. There's their website. www.foxchapelpublishing.com. Oh, we got free patterns in there. Woo! Of course, do your publication. Make sure you do the subscription of that. And I think, I don't know, I feel like there's other things I'm missing. But anyways, here we are doing a rough out. And like I said, Go to scottcarvings.com. There's where I got my rough outs and books. And I also have my books in PDF. So you don't have to worry about shipping. You get the book right away. You don't have to ship it. And if you want me to give me ideas of which of those rough outs you want me to do, you want me to carve out, number one, and tell me other things that you would like to see, number two. My plan is I'm going to do more, I want to say regular people. In other words, non-Santa. In other words, I am thinking about doing like a fireman. I can get that light out of there. But he's not a Santa. He's a regular fireman. You know, regular coach, regular police officer. I keep using the word regular, non-Santa, a person, individual that is not from the North Pole. How's that? Okay, here we are again. Or there we go again. Stan and Ollie. There they are. And write some comments on the comment section down below. Let me see if I can do this. Below what you would like to see or whatever. And hopefully see you out there in the carving world. Bye.